Begin by renaming the emitter Explosion and making it into a super emitter. Right now, it doesn't look like much more than a big smoky blob. We only need the free emitters to fly up and to the sides, not downwards, so we can fix that by changing the emission angle and range. First, drop the range down from 360 to 180. Rotate it around by changing the emission angle from 0 to 90. Now everything is moving the right way, but it's still too blobby. Let's rename the free emitter type to Explosion. To start things off, lower the life graph from the default of 100 down to about 50. For the explosion to look dramatic, we need our fire and smoke to move off very fast. Changing the F velocity to something very high, like 750, will take care of that. Now the free emitters are flying all over the place, but we need to add some gravity. We'll do that by increasing the weight all the way up to 2000. Now the free emitters will reach a peak height and start falling back towards the ground. To vary how long each blast stays on screen, increase the F-life variation to about 100. To vary how fast each blast flies off and falls down, move the F-velocity variation and F-weight variation to 10. Let's drop the F-zoom down so that the free emitters fit better into our stage. To make some of the blasts appear closer to the camera and others farther away, turn the F-zoom variation up to 50. To get a speeding up and slowing down effect as each blast reaches its peak, add a key at 0.5 in the velocity over life graph and move it up to 200. Alt-click on the key to smooth out the motion. Repeat that for the zoom over life graph so that the blasts get larger as they approach the peak. We now have a steady stream of blasts coming out of the super emitter, but it looks more like rocket fire than a massive explosion. We'll need a big concentration of blast for just a few frames. Increase the F number graph from 30 to 500. Now we have enough blasts, but new ones continue to be born. We'll fix that by going up to the super emitter's overall number graph and setting a key at frame 10 with a value of 100 and another at frame 11 with a value of 0. Now we have a huge initial blast and we can see the trails of smoke behind the flames. Let's add a camera shake by changing the layer offset for the first few frames of the scene. Select Offset in the hierarchy window and move to frame 2. Click off to the side of where the green offset symbol is located. Move forward another frame and do it again, this time a bit to the right of the offset. Continue the process for another 15 frames or so, at first moving further away from the center of the stage and then gradually moving back inwards. Here's a look at the final explosion with motion blur added. By changing the emission range and angle, you can control how widespread or narrow the blast radius is, and in which direction the debris flies.